I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Is the forehead huge?
It's not that bad. Nobody be saying shit.
Better not be climbing. Nah, dog, cause I live in fucking Florida. Now you niggas know where I live. You're gonna fucking leave my address. It's hot as balls outside, and I just came back from school. It is 3:17. Fuck. 3:16. Joe said I just whooped your. Bro, it's like hot as Satan's ball sacks outside, bro. Yeah, he probably has more than two knowing him.
What do you mean by that?
As you can tell, I was literally reacting to a video. Wait, I forgot something. Watch your back. It's King. In today's video,
734.
we are gonna be reacting to people who got killed by their own traps. Yeah. Who the fuck is talking? Shut the fuck. Damn. Alright. Let's see what we're watching.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
The piano wire. In August
Piano
2013,
wire.
two hikers in the woods
Okay.
near Thatcher Park, New York, found a man's body lying in the dirt beside a crashed four-wheeler. Stretched across the trail just behind him was a thin wire, almost invisible, set right at the height of a man's neck. The dead man was Daniel Ricketts, 50 years old.
Alright, go back. I wasn't paying
Stretched
attention.
across
fella!
the trail, the
Alright, go back. I
piano
wasn't
wire.
paying attention.
In
Big
August,
fella!
Go
piano
back. I wasn't
wire.
paying attention.
Sit down, big fella!
No, I'm paying
August
attention.
20
Alright, go back. I
piano
wasn't paying
wire.
attention.
In August
Okay.
2013,
Stay-
two hikers in the
13.
woods near Thatcher Park, New York, found a man's
New
body
York.
lying in the dirt beside a crashed four-wheeler.
New
Stretched across the
York.
trail just
Okay,
behind him
damn.
was a thin wire, almost invisible, set right at the height of a man's neck. The dead man was Daniel
Why are we
Ricketts,
setting
50 years
traps in
old.
New York?
Back in the
I
trees
know the
behind
rats
his
are
house,
huge, but
he'd been
Jesus.
growing marijuana. Just 4 plants,
Ooh.
but they were his.
That's illegal, sir.
And he was sure that sooner or later, someone would come to take them. So he protected them
Me.
the
No.
only way he could think of. He put barbed wire around the plants and set a steel
So
leg
then
trap
how
meant
did
for
it go
coyotes.
from your
And across
Shut
the
up,
narrow
bitch.
path leading up to them,
Okay.
he ran a steel wire, the kind used in pianos, so anyone sneaking in to steal his crop would walk right into it.
Yikes.
The trouble was, that trail didn't
That's not
belong
coming
only to
off.
thieves. The same hikers who later found his body could just as easily have walked into it first. One Saturday afternoon, Ricketts climbed onto his quad and rode out across his own land toward the plants, the way he'd done
God,
plenty of
Apple
times.
keeps
He
charging
knew
me
the wire was
$10
out there
each
somewhere,
month for
but somewhere
storage.
is a hard thing to judge at speed. Half drunk on a machine,
Down to like,
he hit it
oh my
at full
God, I'm
throttle.
broke.
The wire caught him across the throat and nearly took his head off, throwing his body from the quad.
Damn, nearly
he was
took his
killed
head off?
instantly, miles from
Yeah, no
anyone who
shit.
could help. He'd built
Damn,
that wire
man,
to be
Apple just
invisible,
charged me
and in the
$10.
end, the one man who knew it was there still couldn't see it. He'd put it
That
up to guard
poster.
4 marijuana plants. It cost him his head. The monkey fence. Noor
Being
Alam Ghazi
so-
had a monkey
what's the
problem.
word?
For days, a troop
Paranoid
of
over
them
here.
had been raiding homes
Marijuana.
across his corner of Lakhimpur, a town in Assam, in northeast India. At 44 and living alone, he'd finally run out of
Okay.
patience. So he decided to handle them his own way. What he rigged up was
That's not
rough
the
and
best
lethal.
idea.
He ran bare electrical wires out to live power and looped them around his house on bamboo sticks and an old plastic chair.
Hey, people
Anything
live
that
around
touched
you,
them
buddy.
would take a heavy jolt, the kind that drops a monkey in its tracks. The trouble
All of a sudden, I start recording, and everybody wants to text me. But when I start recording, nobody wants to text me.
that same doorway every day.
Seriously.
One Monday morning, he stepped outside and
Okay.
forgot the wires were live.
That's
He
just
brushed
so
against them.
stupid.
The current caught him, and he went down right there by his door. With no one near enough
what
to
he
help,
gets.
he was dead within seconds. His body lay by the
That's what he
doorstep
gets,
for
bro.
hours, long enough that the skin
Yeah.
had darkened by the time he was found. The one who came across him was his
So
older brother,
stupid, man.
Abdul Qadir, who lived close by. He saw
It's
Noor
not-
Alam on the
it's
ground
not even
and
the-
had no idea the wires were live, or that his
I don't even
brother
think
was
it's that
already gone.
bad
He
that
bent
you
down
need
to
to
lift him, took
do
hold,
all that
and the
just
same
'cause of some
current ran
monkeys,
straight
bro.
through him too. He died there
Oh,
beside
shit,
his
really?
brother, and even the family dog that rushed in after him was killed. Noor Alam built that fence
Damn,
to
you
kill
killed
whatever
two
crossed
things.
it. It killed him, then the brother who came to save him,
You
and
killed
then
your
the dog.
brother
The
and the
monkeys it was
dog.
built for never came near it. The doormat.
Plus, I think monkeys
Musa
are smarter than
Gosmez was an
that.
80-year-old retired engineer from Edremit
What
in
is
Western
it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is an 80-year-old man?
Doing with traps.
I didn't know. What's his name?
Mark from Hello Neighbor is still kicking around? I just saw the damn trailer to Hello Neighbor 2. I think it's called Hello Neighbor 2. This dude is in his effing 80s or some shit. Bad guys, hunchback. I don't know why the hell his skin just turned gray. And he's still, I don't know, like kidnapping kids. And why is the main protagonist
Blue. Like, hold on. Wait a minute. We're coming back from the same Hello Neighbor game that ended in a cliffhanger?
and now you're telling me it's 50 years or some shit?
Niggas are now blue? Okay, anyway, sidetrack. What is an 80-year-old man doing with traps?
Grandson, granddaughter. What the hell?
Seriously?
He'd worked in home security in Germany, and every summer, he and his wife, Emmy, came back to their vacation home by the sea. It was the one place in the world they felt
You won the
safe.
Emmy
The
Award.
house sat empty, and thieves kept breaking in. Musa was an engineer, and engineers fix problems. So in
You said breaking in, you
2007,
lucky enough
he
to be
built
alive if that
He
shit
cut a
keeps
hole in
happening.
the hallway wall
Why is it
across from the
subscribed?
front door, about 4 feet up, and hid a steel box with a
Oh,
shotgun inside.
try
Then
to
he ran a
Home Alone
wire
this
from
shit,
the
bro.
trigger to the doormat,
This
so
ain't a
anyone
moment
who
with Coke
stepped on it
movie.
would take a blast to the chest.
Molly.
It couldn't tell a burglar from a
Molin.
guest, or from Musa
Molin.
himself. There was even a warning.
Cokey.
As he built it, the gun went off and wounded the electrician helping him.
Kevin,
He
bro.
kept it anyway, and wired in a remote to switch it on and off. By 2011,
Okay.
that remote was second
Yeah.
nature. Every time they left, he armed the trap, and every time they came home, he switched it off before opening the door. One morning, the couple went for a walk, and he armed it
You're
on the
gonna
way
forget
out.
one
They got
day.
back around
You're gonna
2,
forget it
and
one
Musa unlocked
day.
his front door and stepped onto the mat. He must have
You're
felt
gonna forget it
completely
one
safe, but this
day.
time, he'd forgotten the remote. The box swung
Yep.
open and the shotgun fired, over and over. 5 shots hit Musa, and 3 hit Emmy beside him. They both died on the
Damn.
spot, gunned down by the machine built to kill anyone who walked in.
Auto
If he'd only reached for the
shotgun?
remote, he'd have walked in like any other day. The Mousetrap. Paul Morningstar lived alone in Bodfish, a small town in California, and he meant to keep it that way. Somewhere
least
along
they're
the
both in
line, he'd
heaven.
grown afraid that someone was out to get him,
Damn.
and over time,
For
that fear
what?
took over the whole house. To
Out to
keep
get
it
him
a small
for what?
town in
You're
California,
yeah,
and he
I'd
meant
be
to keep
dead.
it
I'd be
that way.
feeling that
Somewhere
too,
along
man.
the
If I was
line,
in Cali,
he'd
yeah,
grown
I'd feel like
afraid
that
that
too.
someone was out to get him, and over time, that fear took over
If
the
I was
whole
living
house.
there, nah,
To keep people
I'd feel
out,
like that
he
too.
turned his home
Shit,
into
I'm
a
already paranoid in
minefield
my
of
house,
guns.
bro.
Well,
I'm already If you feel that paranoid, you might as well, like, I don't know, go to the authorities or some shit, bro. I don't know why Brody's doing all this shit. But myself, I'm paranoid to the point, like, everybody always says, oh, I'm scared of the dark, I'm scared of the dark. Excuse you, but me. I'm scared of spawning to do headache. Leave right now. I'm not scared of the dark. It's just, dude, I see things, bro. Like, I see things. Like, if I stand, I mean, it only happens at night, funny enough, because you can't see anything, but I am genuinely paranoid. Like, I have to have my door locked at all times. Not all times, just, I have my door locked the most when I'm sleeping at all times. How my house layout is, I'm just always looking behind me before I do anything. Not because I'm on some weird shit, just like, that's just how paranoid I am. I'm doing other things, like I can't sleep at night. I'm always seeing some shit, always thinking this guy or this girl is it's just weird, but I don't know, he's doing too much. I mean, it's probably because
That
I'm
shot
like a kid, but
guns up around the rooms and wired each one to a mousetrap, so the smallest bump or brush
if I ever feel that paranoid to the point where I'm setting traps in my house, I know I'm gonna fall for
would
it.
snap the trap and fire the gun. Anyone creeping through Paul's house would catch a shotgun blast long before they got near him. The trouble
What would they-
was, Paul still had to live there. Day after day, year after year, he moved through those rooms, hemmed in by his loaded guns.
Year?
He couldn't let anyone
you
in,
can't be
and even a
paranoid for a
single
whole
wrong
year
step
and
could set off a
nothing
shotgun aimed
happens.
right at him. A house that's sensitive doesn't care who set it up, and sooner or later his luck was going to run out. One day in 2013, it did. He got too close to one of his own traps, the mousetrap snapped, and the shotgun fired into him at close range. Alone behind his locked doors, with no one to call, Paul died there on the floor. When the police finally came, they found a
Damn.
place too dangerous to walk into. Every room still held a gun, waiting for a touch. So rather than send a person in, they used a bomb squad robot, and it crept from room to room. clearing his
That's
guns
crazy.
one at a time. Paul had spent his last years keeping the whole world
2013.
out,
I didn't know
and
they
in the
had
worst
robots
way,
like that.
he
Damn.
succeeded. Even with him lying dead inside, the only thing that could get in was a machine. Late one Tuesday
The
night,
what?
Surath Pradhan slipped into the forest outside
The
Satarampur,
poacher.
his village in
Sounds like a
Ganjam in eastern India.
villain.
He had 2 other men with him, and they'd come to hunt the wild boar and deer that moved through the trees after dark. They hadn't brought guns, because what Surath used was electricity. He hooked long bare wires to a high voltage
Benjamin
power line
Franklin.
overhead and
Nico Tesla? Like, I was saying it right.
crossed. Anything
sorry,
that
what?
stepped on them died instantly.
Lightning
It was a
in the bottom
poacher's
of my
trap,
ass, nigga,
cheap
what?
and silent,
Sorry.
one of many he'd built.
Is he
Whatever it
Shazam?
killed could be hauled out and
One of these
sold.
niggas Black
But that
Adam?
night, it had been
What?
raining, and wet ground
I am
and
not
bare
killing an animal using lightning. I'm sorry. Last time I remember, when I say Shazam, I just look stupid. I don't get powers. What? The fuck? Hell no, you kind of deserve that.
metal
I'm not gonna
make
lie
a
to you.
deadly mix.
For
Somewhere
being
in the
dumb about
dark,
hunting,
moving through
you
his
deserve
own
that
setup, Surath stepped into
You
the
had that
live
coming.
wire himself. The full charge went through him at once,
Yep.
and he died there in the mud, the same way he'd meant for the animals to die.
the mud.
His 2
Yeah,
companions didn't try to help. They turned and ran, and left him where
Shit,
he
what
fell.
can they do?
When Surath never came home, his family went searching, and the next morning they found his body in the trees,
Oh, that's kinda fucked
beside
up
the
of them. They
wire
should
he'd
at least
strung
said
the night
something.
before. His son reported the death to the police. The trap was still live hours after it had killed the man who rigged it, and the power had to be cut before anyone could reach him. It wasn't the only one out there either.
So his
Forest
friends
patrols had
or
pulled down
people he
7
went out
more
with
in those
just
same hills in
never
just
came
6
back?
months,
Never-
each one set to kill whatever came along.
6 months?
Surath went into those trees a hunter. The wire he laid for the animals made him the catch.
Shit, he
The
was
maze.
maze. Yeah.
Well, hope today's video taught you a lesson that if you know an elder, take care of, live alone, be careful. You might have some traps that they might trigger themselves or something.
This video is really dummy stupid, bro. This is really dumb. So a lot of this shit could have. All of this shit literally could have been avoided, if anything. But I don't know what these guys are thinking. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed.
I will record another video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Blade skit. That one took me a minute to make, but I will be back with another video. Till then, watch your back. King, suck it. 734. Oh wait, did I say 734? Fuck.
Don't need an intro, let's go. I'ma pull a fucking hoe. Come home, she on the float. I got motion, I roll like a boat. They thinking I'm giving a fuck. These niggas, they ran out of luck. Prevail through the worst, a curse. Yo, bitch, she made me burst. Half the Glock is in her purse, and she want me for better, for worse. And these niggas, they ready to bite.